So, for quite some time, I wanted to remake my Lowepro backpack video because there's a lot of interest in it and I don't really have a long-term review for it. But at the same time, I don't want to make another backpack review video because there's a lot of those on YouTube. I wanted to show a real-life scenario, how I have it set up, what are the pros, what are the cons, what I like about it, stuff like that, a real-life usage of it. So here it is. This is my adventure/travel backpack setup. There's a lot of pros it has going for it. It is rugged, it has a tough shell around it, it has many attachment points on the outside, it is very customizable on the inside, it comes with a lot of dividers. You can customize it however you want. It has many access points from both sides, from the top, from the back. It is weather and moisture resistant, but you can also use the AV cover for it. It is very comfortable, you can wear it all day long and you won't really have any back pain. It has good straps. Everything is solid. Like the sawing, is it sewing? No, sawing. The soldering, no. The stitching. What's in the backpack? I know that's what you want to see and how I have it set up, so here it is. To get it started, first of all, I have my camera. My camera is currently recording me, so I can't really show it inside my bag. Maybe I'll throw on a phone video I have. But basically, I have my camera, the A7S II, and I have a cage and a handle on it. I have ditched taking my gimbal with me everywhere because it is heavy, time-consuming to set up. I like a little bit of natural camera shake. It takes a lot of space. So I have opted for a camera cage. I have it on, I am very happy with it, and especially in winter time where there's a lot of gloves on, the handle gets really handy. Some batteries, I am using the older Sony batteries. Next up, currently I am using the 28mm f2 on my camera, and I also have a very cheap kit lens, which is a 28-70. I'm using it for one reason, and that is because it is very cheap. That means when I'm traveling, when I'm adventuring, when I'm on the go, when I'm rushing some sort of a shot, when I'm doing experimental stuff, I wouldn't be very sad if I broke the lens because it is so cheap, it is so widely available. If I break it, it's not a big deal. Cables. You need cables, and having a few good quality cables is just very handy. Next up we have the Peak Design leash. For occasional uses, this is very compact, very easy to use, very handy, and there's always some sort of space in the backpack for you to put it. Underneath it I have some playing cards because when you're out adventuring and sometimes you get bored or it's an evening and you're with your friends, your family, maybe you want to play some cards, you want to have a little game, you don't want to sink into social media, you want to have a little bit of family time. So you have some cards and you can play around with those. These are caps for your camera and for your lens. I just put them together like this and I shove it somewhere in the camera bag. Underneath that I keep a pouch with two filters. One of them is a UV filter, which I rarely use, and the other one is a CPL filter, which I use even rarer than that. I just keep them when they are needed, and I keep them in the Peak Design little pouch that came with the strap because I don't really have a dedicated pouch for these. There we go, they sit nicely and tightly in there. Alright, next up we have some stuff you rarely need, but you're glad you have it. First of all, we have a little sensor cleaner, pusher, blower. I don't really know what it's called. Just blow out some dust from your lens, from your sensor. You need to have this in your backpack. I have a little headlamp. Is just for those times when you have busy hands or when you're in the dark, when you're heading through a forest, when you need to take some astrophotography shots. Just a basic headlamp with like 3 modes. That's all you need. A top handle. Yes, this is a very small battery charger by Newell. I've had it for over a year now. It is micro USB, sadly. However, it works great. It's really tiny and I love it. I have some drone props, which I actually shouldn't have in my backpack because for over 6 months, my drone has been in the ocean. I never said this in my YouTube videos because I didn't really make any videos explaining the situation, but basically my drone sunk, or I sunk my drone in the ocean or in the sea. So I'm taking this pouch out. Next up we have some storage devices. I have a hard drive and an SSD with me. Hard drives are not really recommended because they can easily break. And I have this SSD which I mainly use for video editing. I just put my new materials in here, edit them, and I have no interferences because SSDs are high speed. Right next to that I keep all my SD cards in the same little pouch I've been using for the past year. It is waterproof, it is really tough, hard plastic. I really recommend people getting a specific hard shell or even a soft shell case for your SD cards because you will never lose them. You always know their place and it's always easy to access them. Just little storage place like this. That's all you need. Next up, I have a little emergency section. Over here I have all sorts of screws and screwing thingies and stuff like that. Just because when you have so many gadgets with you and you need to unscrew something, just have a little pouch like this with all the thingies you need. It doesn't take a lot of space and it's always in my backpack when I need it. Right next to it I have a power bank. Underneath that we have a little Manfrotto tripod with extendable legs, with a ball head. This is just in case I want to go somewhere and I don't want to bring my travel tripod with me, or most of the times when my friends don't have a tripod with them, I just give them this, and this usually can get you through the night or through the day. I have this little Lowepro format 110 pouch bag, you could say. I keep all my hygiene stuff, my toothpaste, my toothbrush, my shampoo, my balm, because I'm a long-hairy dude. Keep yourself in good shape. And finally, on the last little section, I keep some clothes because when you're adventuring, you need to change up. And sometimes you get wet or you get dirt on you. So I have an extra shirt, I have some underwear, this is towel, and I have some socks. Sometimes I stuff some shorts or something in there, but since it's winter, shorts are really a no-go. Then on the other pockets here, I have some mounting brackets, and I always carry 10 cents with me, or if you're from the UK? If you're from the USA, a quarter. What is with me and spelling stuff? It's pronouncing. It's been a long day. And right underneath that, I keep some paperwork. I keep some lens cleaning papers. I carry a little foldable spoon because sometimes you just want to pop a yogurt when you're out adventuring, or maybe eat a cake. So, in this section I keep my laptop, which is the M1 powered MacBook Pro 13-inch. I am editing 4K 8-bit footage and the M1 is more than capable of editing this stuff. I am editing in DaVinci Resolve. I can throw on some fusion effects, I can throw on some color grades, like very advanced color grades at times, and still have a full resolution playback, which is 4K. I'm really satisfied with this. I rarely take my charger with me because the M1 is so power efficient. I can easily go 2, maybe even 3 days without a charger, or just use my phone's charger whenever I need it. And then on the outside of the backpack, I keep one more thing, which is my tripod of choice. It is the Manfrotto Be Free Advanced. It has quick release legs. It is very well made. It gets to the height I need. You can add some weights to it. Thanks to Manfrotto in Latvia for recommending it to me. Quick release everywhere, quick access, quick folding, quick releasing, quick setuping. A few things you should keep in mind with this backpack. It does get a little uncomfortable when it is on its full weight, when you carry it around for multiple hours. Other than that, it is amazing. The build quality is excellent in my opinion. It's all you want from a tactical backpack. When you have it loaded all the way up, it is a bit harder to close the zippers. The zippers are amazing on their own, but when you have stuff filling, like when the backpack is stuffed with stuff, it's a little bit hard to close the zippers, but just give it a little bit of gentle touch, gentle nudge, gentle closing movements, and it will close just fine. Even when you have the backpack in like a very weird angle, like we've all been there. You have your backpack, you have it on like one shoulder, and you're trying to take out the camera, you take it out, and you want to close everything with one hand, and then the zippers just get stuck up. With this backpack, it's a no problem. I don't know how they did it, but the zippers with like very little force, they close up just fine. And it's some sort of voodoo magic. It's great. It's worth the $200. Did I say it was $200? I probably didn't. It's worth the $200. Alright, so I hope you took something from this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. If you have some recommendations, leave them down below, and I'll see you next time.